Hello and welcome back to the Adrian project. Hello everybody. Many thanks for choosing to click onto my video and watch my content. Also, I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers who have joined since I've started doing this build and the Supermarine Spitfire build as well. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Okay. Those of you that watched part 1 of the build, you can remember that we got to this section here where we glued all those two together, put the two halves together, and we got it looking like a Stegosaurus, and I was just leaving it to dry. For those of you who haven't seen that video, I'll put a link sort of up there somewhere, I think it is. I think it's on the right hand side as you look at it, so you can go back, watch that video and catch up. Okay, so where have we gotten to now? So what we have done, as you can see, I've done section 8 where we put on the back rear half of the submarine to the front. Now this went together particularly well, it went okay. I'll try and get it onto camera. There was a bit of a seam going around there where the join was. How it's been engineered, I think Revell have got as close to the rivets detail as they possibly could get away with doing. This did make it a little awkward to try and sand out the seam line. On the bottom part there, it was easy enough. But up around these parts here, it was a little more difficult. How well I've done, I will find out when we come to putting the primer down on it, because that shows up a lot of sins, doesn't it, that one? Also, as well, as you can see, fitted on this little array here. I think that's some kind of sonar array, I'm not too sure. If people know what it is, let me know in the comments. A little bit of work needed on the seams, but I think I've done well enough on them. And then again, like I say, when it comes to putting the primer down on it, that will also show up a lot of sins. Of course, doing section 9 of the instructions, I've put in the torpedo bay doors there. I've got mine in the open position. They went in relatively easily, although on, I think it was these ones here, they were standing a little proud, so I did have to shave back a little on there. It's just how everything went together. I did try have a couple of attempts again in flush, but like I say, that's as well as they're going to go in, so I did have to do a little bit of work on there. Also, as you can see on the front, I've done the bow planes as well. Now, if you're doing them properly, you can get them to work, go up and down like that. For me, that is a bit of a toy novelty value to me. I don't know why they want you to have them working up and down like that unless you're going to motorise it. I know somebody has done a radio control with one of these kits, which I think probably be awesome, but I say I haven't got the skills for that, so that is more of a toy feature for me. Anyway, you may think different. If I can get that to show you inside there are the two parts for these do actually join together there, and you do have to glue them. It doesn't say anything about that on the instructions, that sort the pins there, you get to, it's sort of like a dovetail joint there that you put together and you glue. So when you move one, the other one moves at the same time, or it's supposed to. So there we go. I've just put that tape around there holding it while the glue dries, but I think I'm just going to leave it on anyway for the extra bit of security. Okay, so what I also did when I got this far, I'd let everything dry. I've sanded the seams on the back as best I could. I thought I'd give it a go just to dry fit the decking parts on the top, and I must say they are an awesome fit. We will have no issues with seam lines at all around the outside. They're a nice tight fit, and if I was going to be reviewing this just for the deck part fitting on its own, I'd have to give it my full 5 evil Ednas. And as you can see as well, what I was saying about making you stand up for the very first part of the build, so you've got something for your model to stand on. I would advise the very first thing before you do absolutely anything else on this model build is make you stand up. As I say, there you go, it does make everything a lot easier. Okay, so that means we're getting on to part number 5. There we go. I have to go back to that one there. It's part number 5, section 5. It's making up some kind of, I think it's a torpedo tube. It could be, I don't know, refueling tube. I'm not sure what it is, but that's what we've got to go back and make up now. So, with the magic of television, I'm just go away and make it. It's going to take me a few minutes to do that. But like I say, with the magic of television, it's going to be here in an instant. So, shazam! And here we are with it. Just move it in a little bit forward. Again, I've got all my close pegs on, clamping it. Just make sure it's a nice tight fit. Now, what you have to watch on this part here, there is a little pin just there, and you have to cut off the end 3mm. So just be a little careful with that part, and then you just put it into there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit on here without all my things coming off, but as you can see, there is a right and wrong way around as well how it fits on. So as you're looking at it, the 2 pins on that small part go to the right hand side and they are vertical. So there we go. So that's that there being left there to dry for 24 hours, and then of course we can work on getting rid of the seam line that's on that part. Okay, so we can actually move over the page. Hooray! So the next up, we're going to be doing part 10 and 11. These are the housings for the propeller drive rods just there. So once again, I'll go away and make those up. Take a few minutes, but with the magic of television, it's going to be back here in an instant. So shazam! So here we are, section 10 and 11. They are the, like I say, the housings for the drive shafts for the propellers. Now, it doesn't tell you on the instructions. You usually get a little clock there to tell you to wait and let everything dry. But I would suggest, well, I advise that get them together, tape them so they're not going to come apart, and then let everything dry for 24 hours, because as you can see on the next part, when you do put your drive rods in, your propeller rods, you don't glue them, so they will actually move around. And if you go rushing it and sticking this on to the model and then putting your drive rods in there, it's going to be a bit of glue in there that's not dried, and it's going to stop your drive shafts from driving around. Might not be an issue for you, but if you want your propellers to move around, then you're just going to have to wait a little bit. I know it's, well, I'd say again, I feel it is a bit of a novelty toy value thing of it, but there we go. I'm going to try and make it so my propellers can move around. That does mean, of course, that I'm going to have to wait now for everything to dry before I can move on to section 13 and fitting the drive rods and those parts there that hold them on, and then putting those on, because I can't put the rear planes on until I've fitted that piece on, because they do actually fit onto that part. So a little bit of patience is going to have to be used, and we're going to have to wait, aren't we? Section 12 there is fitting those two torpedo bay doors there. If you're going to have them in the closed position, I'm having mine in the open position, so you don't put those two on, you just leave that open. So there we go, and it's just a lot of sitting around now and waiting for the glue to dry so we can move on and get the propeller shafts and the propellers fitted and the rear planes. And of course we've got that section there as well, because they all have to go on after all that's been placed on, and that'll be most of the hull done, if not all of it, I think. Let me just have a check. That's all, the turret and everything. Yep, I'm not seeing anything on the bottom half there to be done after that. So there we go. We've now got, like I say, wait for all of these to dry and work on the seams, and then we can think about moving on to the rest of the model. And that's the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed that one. Please remember, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to my channel. It'd be very much appreciated. And also don't forget to ring that little notification bell. Also, if you've got Facebook, you can follow me at Adrian Bow Project, and if you've got a Twitter account, you can follow me at Project Bower. So, with all that in mind, I'd like to thank you all again for watching, and here's to seeing you all again on the next episode of the Adrian Bow Project.